Hey guys, Chef Jason, your Ace Hardware grilling expert. Today, that's right, I'm hanging out again at my local Ace Hardware because I'm helping you answer that question. It's time to buy a new griddle. Which one do I get? So let's dig in and talk about these 3 different griddles, their features, benefits, and some things you might want to consider. Now, when it comes to the Blackstone griddle, here are my 5 favorite things that make this an exceptional griddle. First, we have that iron forged griddle surface. That's right, now giving you wind guards, protecting it from wind, also making it very fuel efficient. We have a stronger lid on the iron forge. It's definitely been updated, making it sturdy and very, very durable. One of my favorite features, 4 swivel casters. So now I can move it front to back, side to side, or spin it around if I need to. Next up, we've got some great side shelves as well. And the best part is we have extendable room to work. Plus, with that rail system, we now have some areas to store our gear and our gadgets. Last but not least, of my 5 favorite things, wow. Talk about lots of accessories. That's right. With the Blackstone griddle, you get a lot of accessories, making you kind of that griddle star in your backyard. Now, when it comes to the Blackstone griddle, there are a few things you're going to want to consider. First, it has a battery-operated igniter right there on the front. Super easy, and if the battery dies, easy to change that as well. Next, you're going to need to season this prior to the first cook. That's not different than any other griddle, just something you want to do to make sure you are ready for all of your cooking adventures. Next, you get to choose. Do you want a cabinet or not a cabinet? Because we have both options available for you. Now, care and maintenance in between cooks is always important. So number 4, you're going to want to make sure that you clean it properly, prep it properly so that it's protected from the elements, keeping you ready for all of your future adventures. Last but not least, propane or natural gas. That's right, it comes in propane, but there is a conversion kit where you can convert it from propane to natural gas. Starting off with the Traeger Flatrock, let's go ahead and talk about my 5 favorite things. First, we have a recessed griddle plate, now keeping it safe from the wind, making it much more efficient as well. Second, we've got a flame sensor, letting you know when that flame is active and working on your griddle. Third, we have a tank monitor, which is great because now you're gonna know before you run out of propane or when it's time to refill. I've got these 2 massive side shelves, giving you tons of room, and with that pop and lock rail system, a lot of opportunities to store your gear and gadgets as well. Last, easy removal of grease. Look at the size of this, giving you large capacity too to store a lot of your griddle memories. Now, there are a few things to consider when it comes to the Traeger Flatrock griddle. And first, comes with a cord. That's right, you're gonna need to plug it in because then you'll get to enjoy that tank monitor and that flame sensor as well. Second, don't sweat it. You can still run it off a battery. That will power the igniter, but there might be a couple limitations where the tank monitor and the flame sensors won't work. But don't sweat it. You can still run it perfectly off that battery. Now, you're gonna need to season this prior to the first cook, which is very similar to a lot of griddles. Fourth, definitely it is time to make sure you care for and maintain your griddle in between cooks because that will keep you ready for all of your future cooks. And then last but not least, number 5, this is a very powerful, very efficient griddle. You always want to make sure that you are cooking with the lid open when your griddle is on. When it comes to the Weber Slate griddle, let's talk about my 5 favorite things. First and foremost, this is going to be that rust-resistant bonded carbon steel griddle. It comes pre-seasoned and ready to rock and roll right out of the box. Next, we've got that snap ignition, right? Where you're going to snap to ignite. That's right, no batteries needed. Next, griddle thermometer is available on some of the models, and that's super helpful because that will let you know the temperature of your griddle before, well, I burn my grilled cheese sandwiches, right? Now, side shelves. Tons of room to work on the side shelves, and we've got that Weber work system allowing you some different ways to store your gear and your gadgets. And then easy removal of grease. We've got large capacity too, and right here in the front, easy access. Now, on the Weber Slate griddle, there are a few things to consider before making your purchase. So first, let's talk about which model best suits you. Are you looking at a 3-burner? You're looking at a 4-burner? Really, what size and what options are going to be best for you? And then propane or natural gas, we have both options available for you. Third, no need to season this prior to your first cook. That bonded carbon steel comes pre-seasoned out of the box, ready to go. Next up, cabinets. Are you looking for an open bottom or a cabinet model? We have both of those available for you as well. And then last, care and maintenance in between cooks is always super important. So make sure you clean it and prep it, protecting it from the elements, keeping you ready for that next cook. All right, so now that we've talked through these 3 griddles, stay tuned because coming up next, I'm gonna show you my 5 favorite things on the Weber Slate griddle. That video, that's right, coming up next.